And they never had those in Mademoiselle the Ugly Hints.
Oh, yes, they have.
They disguised them as beauty hints, right, Aaron? They called them ugly. They called them beauty hints, but they were really ugly.
No, right. You've never seen those before and afters where this chick is seeing her natural-looking, beautiful self, and then the next picture she's a drag queen.
Oh, yes. So you'd call those the ugly hints?
Oh, sure.
Definitely categorize those as the ugly hints, ladies and gents.
Do you feel like a plastic surgeon in your work when you... No, I'll tell you why. Because I deal in a temporary state, which I prefer. I like the temporary state. If I transform... And besides, I only deal with beautiful women, you see, whereas a plastic surgeon deals with people that have flaws. And I only deal with beautiful women, and I like to make beautiful women more beautiful. But I like to do it in a temporary state. I don't like it to be permanent. Since it's only done for a photograph, because I only work photographically, either for films, television, for the still camera, or for movies, I deal in fantasy. It has nothing to do with reality.
You've never taken a...
Yay, fantasy.
Someone...
No, I never. It doesn't interest me to work in life, because in life, my taste runs totally different to what it does photographically.
Ara, do you know what I call my hair? And I'll take my hat off for this. For Ara, I'll do it. I'll take my hat off for Ara. But I call my hair Mission Impossible. Because no matter what I do with my hair, as soon as, and I have these curlers still in it, as soon as I get outside, it self-destructs in 5 minutes. Have you ever had any calamities or catastrophes? You haven't? You look like a man what takes his time, and I love a man what takes his time. You know what I mean? Oh, a man what takes his time. I go for any time. Okay, next question.
We're expecting some more people.
Oh, yes, somebody just rang the bell.
John, Jen.
Oh, John and Genevieve have just arrived. I want you to remember the fabulous pages and the hairdos that you saw in Vogue of Penelope, but I like to say Penelope Tree. I remember my Monsignor used to always, there was a girl called Penelope in my class, and she used to always get 45 averages, you know, and the Monsignor used to give out our diplomas and quote our averages, and he would say, Penelope.
I think this is unique.
Instead of Penelope. But anyways, we're going to do Penelope Tree. You know, we'll see some pictures of Penelope Tree and Verushka, Apollonia, and Jean Shrimpton, and Ingrid Boulting might be here also later on. And all the great ladies, beautiful ladies that Ara has worked on, because he starts with beauty and ends with more beauty. So, we're going to continue. Oh, here's Genevieve. We have to say hello to Genevieve. Hi, Genevieve.
How are Paramore? It's a label that John's just started.
Oh.
And I'm going to be on the label, and Michelle, and his daughter, Mackenzie Phillips. All the Phillips women are going to be on it.
Oh, that's
and
wonderful.
John, too.
And the Phillips women get along swell.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the album?
Romance is on the rise.
We'll play it.
Ooh.
Ara did my hair and my makeup, and Marcia did my clothes and my shoes. Which work all
Marcia
glass.
did your shoes.
They're glass.
Let's get a shot of Marcia, because she did the shoes. And because she's Marcia. Say hi, kids.
Hi, everybody.
And Marcia's designed a whole incredible line of clothes that she made this. She's designed.
She made what Genevieve's wearing, Marcia.
She made an incredible line of clothes for me to wear on TV.
Kids, we're going to have dinner soon. And we're going to give you a tour of Ara Gallant's, the House of Gallant. But this is the first time it's ever been on television.
Yeah.
He refused everybody but us. Edward R. Murrow. Ara Gallant, this is your life. Anyways, on cable television, you know, despite Edward R. Murrow's refusal, or your refusal to Edward R. Murrow.
I mean, he has.
Have you seen his torture collection?
Tell us about the belt. It's a fascinating story.
Gypsy gold.
King Edward
The Romany tribe.
How much was the belt? Can you tell us that? He can't tell us. But it's, anyways, I mean, it's a fantastic solid gold belt that he's wearing, and it keeps him trim and slim and him.
Is Apollonia coming over?
Not only am I emotionally weak, but I am physically weak.
On Ash Wednesday.
Pats?
I thought some soot caught you in the middle of the forehead. You really went to church for that? That was a real ash?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought somebody put their cigarette out in your
I
forehead.
stood in line with all the other good little Catholic secretaries. My cab was waiting outside.
Did it make you feel or sing any better?
Well, I made a resolution.
But that's for New Year's.
No, that's for Lent.
Oh, it's for Lent.
For 40 days.
No, those aren't resolution. Those are fastings.
I'm
And
still drinking. I'm still smoking.
Well,
so
you-
guess what it was?
not to. You promised not to chew gum,
No, I'm not.
not to fart in public places.
I can't fart. I can't.
Oh, well, that's what kind of a resolution is that if you can't even
No,
fart?
well, think what my resolution was.
No, sex. That's much too trite. Not to wear sequins. What? You're killing me with the suspense. What is it? What was it?
Not to tell the truth.
Not to tell the truth.
40 days.
For 40 days. So this program is a lie.
You know, I can never ever kid you, Ara. Why is that? I just can't ever bullshit him.
I know.
It's so frustrating. I can bullshit most people in New York like that.
John's wearing his Hasidic braids tonight. They're really cute. For Passover. Is that why he's wearing those? Or just to keep his hair curly?
No, he's half Cherokee.
Oh, because he's wearing them because he's an Indian.
His mother's Cherokee. She still has the brand on her arm that they tattooed before she left the
So do you.
reservation. Yeah, but this is like from a sailor's, like up, you know. But this is the brand they tattooed a cross on her arm to prove she was Christian. She could leave the reservation.
Did she ever leave it?
In Okmulgee, Oklahoma.
Did she have any reservations about leaving the reservation?
She left it when she was 16 and got married.
And then she had John.
No, she had John. John was her last child.
You mean she had John in a teepee?
No. On a Marine base.
Oh, on a Marine
John's
base.
father was in the Marines.
John was born on a Marine base, and his mother was an
In
Indian.
Paris Island.
We're talking about John Phillips.
His father.
This is an unofficial tour of the Black House. Starting with the plexiglass etching, which really interests me a lot.
By Michael Booth, by Michael Booth, by Michael Booth, by Michael Booth.
And I asked him to do something pornographic, which was really beautiful to live with and to look at, because you see a lot of pornography, but you never want to live with it. So,
What are you eating?
I asked Michael to do something, and I asked him not to tell me what he was going to do because I trust him implicitly. You know, you have very little faith in most artists, but I have in Michael.
Let's see your face.
3 weeks later, this appeared, and I looked at it and I thought, gee, that's quite wonderful. And then I see this guy is fucking this chick, and then this other guy is...
Oh, I never noticed that before. Oh, I'm embarrassed. Look at all that pubic area. It's beautiful.
And this guy is fucking this chick through the ass, and this guy is sucking this other guy.
God.
And this guy is whipping
Oh,
this guy over here.
he's whipping. But look, what's this carrot? Is that a carrot or a syringe?
Cat o'
Over
nine
here.
tails.
Oh, that's a cat o' nine tails.
Attached to a carrot.
Oh,
And
organic.
after I looked at this thing for about 15 minutes, I said, well, gee, one thing is missing. I said, but Michael, how come no chicks are making it together? And he said, that's disgusting. Enough of that.
I love an artist with values. Ara and his floor, the star of our next sequence. Ara, I always thought that somebody got their period and went streaking through your
No, that's not how it happened. I took the bucket and I started pouring it, and he's freaking out.
You did that yourself?
Yeah. Like,
Oh no! Ara did this himself. Another creative endeavor. I can't believe it. I didn't know you did this yourself, Ara. It goes all the way. It was in the living room on the black, and it goes onto the white, and all the way out the door. Like dragging a body that was bleeding. It drags all the way out the door, and it drags right into the main foyer and into the dining room and the kitchen.
Have the police ever questioned the blood stain on the floor? Have you ever had them up here to take a look? What do people say, like the Tupperware lady or the Fuller Brush man, when they look?
They never gain access.
What about the Fuller Bust man?
Well, but he gains access. He's a frequent visitor. Kangaroo.
We're eating. We're fighting over the mic.
Now,
And I
take
have
a little
won.
of this.
And I have the mic. Or I lost.
A little bit of this.
Because I want to eat and I'm starving. We're eating. Mm.
Look at this creation that Ara's putting together.
And then you take a little mustard, just a little,
Oh, it looks like it does.
and roll it up and eat it with your
Do you
hand.
believe Ara's dining room table? It's to live. It is to live. Oh,
First, take a taco.
a taco.
Yes. Now, take the taco first.
I can't see it. Oh, God, I thought that was lace doilies.
No.
It's the taco.
That's the taco.
No, it's
Now, take just enough to fill in
A
the
tiny
middle. you
bit.
see.
Okay, to fill the middle.
That's
I'm filling the middle.
okay. There.
Oh, sure.
And now you put duck sauce on.
Okay, I just put a spoonful.
but go on what you were saying about women.
Well, women should think courageously, and they should display it themselves courageously. The way Genevieve is not, for instance. I mean, it's...
Well, that's more exhibitionist than courageous.
No, it's courageous because she has an idea of herself, and she has an image of herself, and she has a fantasy about herself, and she displays a fantasy. And I find that most women today are not that they're shy about it. It's deeper than that. They're a little
Well,
frightened
they're not
about
quite sure
displaying-
how to do it, are they?
Even if they're sure, they're a little frightened about displaying their fantasies. Because a lot of people, some people display their fantasies still not being sure about it because the result comes off very often not right.
Mm-hmm.
But at least they have the courage of displaying some sort of
Like
fantasy.
the guy in the subway.
Right, it may not be a
His
tasteful fantasy, but it's a fantasy of some sort.
And that's the ultimate in fashion, is to display your fantasy now. And to express it through your apparel and your accessories.
Well, you can express it in other ways, but as long as we're talking about fashion, yes, you can express it through fashion as well as other ways. Right?
So, John, what's the latest thing that you've been doing? That you've been up to?
I've been having a lot of problems with my children. A lot of home problems. Well, I have a daughter who's a movie star, you know.
She was in American Graffiti.
Too long.
Soon to be seen.
Soon to be seen in Rafferty and the Goldust Twins.
Yeah.
She's in love with a stuntman, though.
Tell us about
She's 14, he's 36.
Where the
Well,
daughter is
show
very
business
accomplished.
usually stays in the family. You go through generations of people who are all in show business.
Oh, yes, I'm
And we have another daughter, China, the daughter that John has with Michelle, who is one of the most beautiful children that have ever been born. Don't you agree, Ara?
Yeah, it's ravishing, John.
She's ravishing, and she's going to be a huge star. And she's
She
only
is
6
beautiful.
now. But I think it's in the blood.
Ingrid Boulting just came bolting into the room.
Why are you? Hello, Leafy.
Let's hear some Afrikaans.
Hello. Lema kimisama? Mima hama lema kema kamiga na mana. They're both from South Africa, these girls.
We left the snakes behind. Say yes to yeah.
Sing the old Transvaal.
Oh, that was wonderful, girls, and it's always good to give our audiences something they can relate to.
Here comes Billy with the dessert.
Oh, look at this! It's evil pudding. This is what.
It's Evil Knievel pudding.
This is what Jack.
Takes his head out.
Evil pudding.
Oh, well, 2 years ago I couldn't sing a note, baby. I was tone deaf. And John wrote this musical for Michael Butler about an angel who was completely tone deaf. And during the course of writing this musical, John taught me, like Svengali taught Trilby, how to sing. And it took him 2 years, and now I could sing. But if it hadn't been for John, I wouldn't be able to sing a note. And you know that, Tinkerbelle.
This is the young man who is going to be responsible for 300 coronaries here tonight. Everyone's going to croak as a result of this. He's cooked from 97 provinces of China and 2 dishes that are indigenous Philadelphia. Is this a famous seat I'm sitting in? Who sat in this seat? Anyone? A lot of people? Could you tell me someone that I might get crazed?
Robert Mapplethorpe.
Robert Goulet likes that chair.
Robert Goulet's one of Robert Goulet's favorites. As a matter of fact, if you look closely, you can find some of his eyelashes on the handle. That's okay, you'll always have the cockroaches.
I don't know why Tinkerbelle feels you have to be rude to be entertaining. I don't think it's right.
That's
really.
not rude, that's real. Everybody has cockroaches in
no,
New York.
No, they do not.
Anybody at this table who does not have cockroaches, please lift their third arm.
No more.
Running all over my kitchen floor. I'll never have a cucaracha anymore. Listen, John, coming from California, see, John,
used to people
cucarachas aren't
so rude.
Well, cucarachas aren't anything to be rude about. Everybody has cucarachas.
They do?
You do? Everybody does. Even those of best houses have cucarachas, Ara. Well,
it must have, the Mexicans have the right idea. The song La Cucaracha is about a cockroach that gets high on marijuana. You know how crickets make that noise? How do they go?
rubbing their legs together.
And then just rub their legs together. You get quite good music going.
Shows your muscles.
Let's have a flex. Come on, a flex.
We want to see Ara's muscles. Oh, that's how
It was a wonderful meal, Ara. It was perfect. I can't move. But I know with Chinese food in 5 minutes I'll be starving. Ingrid and I'll end up at the cookie jar again like we always do.
Music dies. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the left, but the lady was right. Singing, this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die.
I hope, I pray it will be. I hope that this will be the day.
They borrowed from James Dean.
The music dies. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. The old man leaning on his wife, singing, this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die.
Do it to me, Ara. Do it, Ara. All the girls dance. Oh, yes.
Jack, be quick.
Oh, this is Louis Weingarten, ladies and
I'll be
gentlemen.
Louis Weingarten.
He's not only a producer, he's not only a businessman.
Here we are at the 29th Academy Awards. The Catherine Hepburn twins.
He's not only a great producer, but he's a gambler.
And a fool.
They give us our jewels, they give us our lovely houses, and they give us our clothes. And now,
And our hairdos.
receive the Irving Thalberg Award, Mr. Louis Weingarten. Our Louis. One more thing, I must say, isn't it marvelous that he's winning this award, the Irving Thalberg Award, that he himself suggested be given to producers, and now he's winning it. Isn't that a marvelous happening?
I think it's next to the Glass Menagerie. It's the best thing that ever happened to cable TV. And Irving Thalberg, for your great idea of the Irving Thalberg Award. You know, Sebastian saw, in this dining room, Sebastian saw the face of God. And the Encantados and the Turtles, they kept coming. But Sebastian saw the face of God, and Elizabeth Taylor was wearing a bikini.
You're getting too excited, Tinker.
I'm Catherine Hepburn.
You're getting too excited, Tinker. Calm down,
All right.
baby. Calm down. Come to Mommy.
Oh, Irving, I must give you your award now, Irving.
Okay.
Irving, I hope I don't break it.
Thanks. It's so wonderful. I kiss your hand.
Irving, I present you with a unicorn, the Irving Thalberg Award.
Gee, it's so small.
Well, what the fuck do you want? Your idea was so goddamn lame to begin with.
Who knows is big?
You deserved it, Irving. You deserved that big nose,
To be
Irving.
here with you, Kate Hepburn.
It's such an honor.
Now your acceptance speech, please.
Yes. It's such an honor to be here with you, Katie. Glad you're as steady as you've always been. And your
I second that emotion.
And I really say I learned everything I know from Irving Thalberg.
And if it wasn't for Irving Thalberg, where would
I
the...
wouldn't be here. I would be selling cars.
I would
in
be
New
back in
Jersey.
Yes, if it wasn't Mr. Thalberg, I would be selling cars. Who the fuck is Louis Weingarten?
I don't know.
I think he might be Jewish, though. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and kids and of all ages. We're in the House of Gallant, Ara Gallant, man, hair genius, and art collector, amongst many other facets of Ara's personality. As we step through the fantastic array of rooms in Ara's House of Gallant, let's think back and forward into the future to the pages of Vogue magazine, those fantastic hairdos that you remember and identified and tried to copy so well.
Young Jewish boys all over the world.
Oh, Verushka,
They sit there at night with
Penelope Tree,
fantasies, standing on ladders, trying to reach Verushka.
Verushka, Penelope Tree, Twiggy, Jean Trimpton, Apollonia, Ingrid Boulting. Who are some of the other girls that all the Jewish boys can identify with out there when they're doing their hairdos?
Jillian's, well, actresses too.
And some actresses.
Uh-huh.
Faye Dunaway, who was here the other night having dinner, I sat in her chair and felt her vibrations. Did you do her hair also?
For movies.
For what movie? You did
Chinatown.
movie? I didn't know that you worked on Chinatown.
Yeah.
Ara has on this incredible hat. Tell us about the hat.
Oh yeah, this hat is my security thing. I got this hat in Japan 7 years ago. When I went with Verushka, as a matter of fact, to Japan. And she wore this hat.
Look at her tits back here. Right here. I'm sorry. I'm right in front of Verushka's
I was in Verushka's, I went to visit Verushka this summer, as a matter of fact, in Peterskirchen.
Oh.
Where she lives in the 12th century monastery. It's a converted monastery.
Where's Peterskirchen?
An hour and a half outside of Munich.
I thought you were going to say outside of Brooklyn.
No, this is...
Munich, that's in Switzerland.
Yes.
Very good.
Munich, Switzerland.
How am I doing?
You're doing fine.
So she has a place in Switzerland.
In Bavaria.
But I heard that she was staying here.
She was.
Lovely.
She stayed here too.
Yeah, she stayed here too, but that was, you know...
They had to put 2 sofas together, but she slept in the other room.
That was a year ago.
Oh, God.
Well,
they did put a chair on the door.
They did. They put 2 beds together.
Really?
When we went to Japan, because they looked at the size of her, and then when they roll out the beds at night, you know...
They charged her triple occupancy. Did she sleep alone?
They freaked.
Because they're very tiny in Japan.
They freaked.
She did have 2 rooms.
So you will have to get back to Ara's
A lot of
hat,
people
for
rap
Christ's
about
sake.
how tall she is. How tall is she?
6'1" in stocking feet.
And that is the truth because we have it from someone who knows all 6'1"
Of her, yes.
of her.
Yeah, as I started traveling around the world and whatever, I would collect things from wherever I traveled, and then friends would give me certain things.
Is this a real pearl up here?
Yeah.
So this is a 7-year effort on your head?
Yeah, but it collects slowly, you know, from traveling from friends.
We have a sphinx. Is that from Egypt?
The Sphinx is from Egypt. Folks, if that's Verushka, we did that in Libya on the Sahara Desert. And that was in the days of when Vogue was luxurious, where we would travel to the most exotic places in the world and photograph the most incongruous things.
Times have changed. Now it's a location to Secaucus, New Jersey. If you're lucky. If you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
And this is Jean Trimpton over here.
Yeah, that's the very Jean Trimpton.
What year was that taken?
Oh, I don't remember years. I'm not very good with time. I have a great secret about my own hair. I cut it very badly, so that it always looks terrible, and then I never have to worry about how it looks, because it always looks terrible.
And then you have an excuse for wearing your
It's
hat.
continuity. There's some continuity there, I think.
Yeah. I like things to look a little incorrect.
To the party to whom we are speaking. It's time to say goodbye to all our family. Ara Gallant, we love you, and I hope me.
And Michael Boulting.
ARA. So anyways, we're wrapping up our tape here with Ara, unfortunately. Because Thank you, Ara. Thank you, Anton. Thank you, Mother and Father.
And thank you, everybody.
And thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Gallant, without of whom Ara would never have been here.
And we